Today, we are celebrating National Voters' Day or Rashtriya Matdata Divas 2024. It is the day to commemorate the founding day of the Election Commission of India in a post-independent Republic of India, which was created on this day in 1950. The day is also celebrated to honor all Indian citizens to vote on election days, whatever the modules of election it may be. The day also emphasizes getting younger people to vote voluntarily and responsibly. It is an attempt to inspire young citizens to have a deep and broader understanding of right to vote, necessity to participate in election process, and to why the voting is necessary impetus for the democracy. The first National Voters' Day was observed on this day in 2011. Since then, it has been observed every year with a particular theme, and this is the 30th year of celebrating National Voters' Day. Today's theme is Nothing Like Voting, I Vote for Sure. The significance of National Voters' Day is to encourage more young voters, new voters, to exercise their political rights to take part in political processes. It is a day to celebrate the right to vote and to understand their contribution to the vibrant democracy of India. In order to encourage more young voters to take part in political process, the Election Commission of India working hard to disseminate information related to the electoral process to the citizen of India. The Election Commission of India is an autonomous constitutional authority responsible for administering election process in the country and founded that a long back post-independent India. It administers elections to the Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, state legislatures, and office of the President, Vice President in India. It has been observed that the youth is engulfed by political apathy. For a vibrant democracy, non-participation in the political exercise is a symbol of dormant policy and program and diminishing democracy in the country. In order to energize and overcome the apathy of the voter, the Election Commission of India took up the national exercise to identify all the 18 plus citizens of the country and enroll them for the voting process. How it happened? The ECI felt necessary to increase the effective participation in the electoral process. As a result, 61st Amendment Bill of 1998 lowered the voters' eligibility age as 18 years. Main objective of the commission was to increase the enrollment of the voters. Willfully, a unique elector's photo identity card, popularly known as EPIC card, have been created and circulated among the eligible citizens for voting. It would be handed over to them each year on this day today. This step is being taken to let youth have a sense of empowerment and a pride to be an eligible voter. The new voters will be given with a badge with the quote, "Proud to be voter, ready to vote." To increase people's participation in the electoral process, the Election Commission of India adopted a systematic voters' education and electoral participation strategy sweep in 2009, and since then it got reflected in the range of policy initiatives, programs, and activities throughout the country. Every citizen has basic rights to vote. He or she has right to select his leader to whosoever they think is capable of leading the nation, leading the society, solve the problem of the common people, bring about the changes in social, political, and economic aspect of the country. And this day is a significant root for India as a future of the country lies in the leaders that we choose. Just we have to think once that if we do not come forward and choose the right leader, then the progress and development of the country will be hampered and will also affect the people of the country, prosperity of the country. It is the leader of the country who decides various basic objectives of the nation. Its basic system will be developed properly, it may lead to the underdevelopment and many other related problems. Hence, we should encourage ourselves for the participation and build a strong network for the young generation who will make sure to exercise their rights. Why the voting is central to democratic politics? In a democracy, a government is chosen by voting in an election, a way for electorate to elect, that is, choose among the several candidates for the rule and to rule. Why rights to vote is so important? It is because an elected government is one that has improved the life of the people, atmosphere of the people of development. This means that the government consists of people's representative. When the government is directly elected by the people, there will be more cooperation and obedience of laws among the masses. Reduced chances of political chaos among the people because the people themselves have elected their government. And it can not act arbitrarily or despotic because if they do, they will probably not going to be elected for the second term. And that's why right to vote ensure a democratic and responsible government in transition for the better society. Right to vote is given to all adults, irrespective of gender, class, occupation, and many other differences. This is a symbolic of equality and harmony of the society. It is a basic political rights in which all citizens, regardless of their differences, get a chance to have to say in who represents them. It is the hallmark of democracy, equality, and representation. Remarkably, the elections are the utmost importance in any democratic country. As we all know, democracy is defined as a government of the people, for the people, and by the people. This is why, at regular interval, the representative government are elected on the basis of adult franchise, and we are, the people of India, have to choose a representative in a better democracy. We have the largest democracy in the world in terms of vastness and population. Both the government at the federal and in the constituent states are elected for the periodic 5 years. The electorate participates in the election on the basis of universal adult franchise and elect their representative to the both parliament and the state legislatures. The elected representative have to safeguard not only nation interests but people's interests too. By following preamble of the Constitution of India, the nations will progress, attain prosperity, unite and integrate India and ensure rights and freedoms of the people. A government elected by the democratic ethics and principles is profoundly contributes and bring the much needed aspect of our lives from school to healthcare and many other sectors which involve us. The right to vote of citizen is an important tool to bring the change in life, our life. By voting, we are making our voice to be heard, not to be ignored, and registering our opinion on how we think the government should ensure to provide the need of services to the people. We have a model representative democracy where the free and fair elections plays the most important role in shaping the destiny of the people of the country. The citizen, while exercising their right to vote, constitutes the real source of power in elections as they make their choice and elect only whom those they have faith. As a matter of fact, consistently, the voters lose their interest in the elections and they either abstain from voting or cast their votes only in matter of ritual. Such elections are not in the finest tradition of democracy. It undermines democratic values and ethics. Nor does the power of such democracies emanate from the people. The people cannot always help participating in these elections, but their votes do not quite represent their choice. So, the elected governments, instead of conforming to the democratic norms and values, are often found to become authoritarian, autocratic, developing a sort of suspicious disregardful for the people's aspirations. Hence, it is the imperative to ensure the significance of voting rights among the masses to ensure conscious participation of the people in the elections. The theme from which starts the marking this day in 2011 was Mark Commission's Foundation Day to complete the journey in 2024, and that is nothing like voting, I vote for sure. Conclusively, the celebration of National Voters' Day today is an important day in our democratic life of the citizen of the country. Through this day, we have to spread the awareness among the young citizens and make them realize the importance of votes as the responsible person and participate in development of the country as a whole. This day, we have to imbibe the value, the ethics, and accordingly to help to mature the democratic rights what we have today.